You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
With Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter number 57 looming over the horizon, we have brand new spoilers, leaks, and information in regards of the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter, which goes to further detail the intense battle happening on Earth involving Moro and his cronies, and with new information suggesting that Moro is going to be inserting himself in the fight against the Z Fighters. Right now, we are going to be further diving in depth with taking a closer look at the battle involving our heroes against Moro, along with the whereabouts of Goku and Vegeta, and just what exactly is going on with them prior to them arriving on Earth to help our heroes combat against Moro and his crew. As once more, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, and cannot wait for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter, as well as many other Dragon Ball related things, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. That way you guys never miss a single upload on this channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys are simply stoked, ready, and excited to see the climax of the Galactic Patrol prisoner arc involving our heroes and Moro. Then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. Now, we are going to be covering the entirety of this manga chapter in English on the channel in just about a few days, so if of course you guys want to find out, all you have to do is come back on the 20th, because that's when the English translations are going to be available. But now, the following leaks for the upcoming manga chapter goes as follows. As of course you guys can see on your screen, the first image basically gives off the idea that Bulma is able to somehow program a device that allows her and everyone else on the lookout to basically observe what is going on down below, and the first thing we get to see is how Crillon is further engaging himself against Yuma on the battlefield. So with Bulma having to observe this by having multiple monitors on top of the lookout, they're basically able to dive a little bit more in depth with seeing what's going on with our heroes, because right off the bat it would appear that this upcoming manga chapter is going to be kicking things off with Crillon having to fight against Yuma, because we didn't really have a chance to see what was going on with Crillon or Master Roshi, because everything was basically centered around Piccolo, Gohan, and the androids arriving to battle 7-3 and Shimareka. So now we're going to be seeing a different perspective of the overall battle going on Earth, as we only then end up going back to Yuma and Crillon, and it would appear that Crillon is having somewhat of a difficult time against this individual, because no matter what it is that Crillon is trying to do, Yuma is basically deflecting all of Krillon's attacks, and he seems to be a bit more of the aggressor between the two, because he ends up knocking Crillon back into a building. So Yuma looks like he has the upper hand, or at least it appears to be that way, because as Yuma appears to have the upper hand against Crillon, what Crillon ends up doing at a specific point in time is using one of his Destructo discs to lacerate Yuma's face, which I think is pretty cool, because this Destructo disc almost beheaded Yuma. So if he didn't dodge in time, he would have been beheaded right there on the spot. So instead, this thing ends up really slicing Yuma's face, and Crillon isn't playing any games, because he seems to be holding his own in this fight, and he does seem to have a few tricks up his sleeve. However, this manga chapter is supposed to entail the victory of Crillon over Yuma, because at a specific point in time we get to see how Crillon eventually ends up dominating and beating Yuma in battle, to in which we get to see how Yuma is completely immobilized on the ground, to where later ultimately leads to Yuma's capture in going back to the Galactic prison. So Yuma is a dud, he ends up getting smacked by Crillon. However, when going back to Master Roshi seems to have a very difficult time in fighting against the 3 female individuals that he was pursuing just about a few chapters ago in trying to catch up to them. So with Master Roshi going off and doing his own thing, he doesn't seem to be in a good spot, because Crillon ends up joining him. But somewhere along the way, something ends up happening that is going to completely shock you all, and that's we get a chance to see Moro holding 7-3 above him, to where 7-3 looks completely battle damaged to the point where he can't even function anymore, and it looks like Moro literally had enough of 7-3, so one of two things are bound to happen. Either A, Moro ends up killing 7-3, or B, he ends up just completely disregarding him, which I really don't think is the case, because based on this one image alone, I think this is the end of 7-3, and I think that the end of 7-3 is going to come at the hands of Moro. So this could be the first glimpse of Moro turning against his own men, because we've seen that happen before with Raspberry. So with Moro holding 7-3 above him, what I would like to know in the comment section below is, what do you guys think happened to 7-3 that caused Moro to hold his skull above everyone else and dangling his body in front of everybody just before, assumingly, he ends up killing him. Now before that, we also get to see a very beautiful shot of Android 17, Android 18, Piccolo, Gohan, Jaco, 7-3, and Shimoreka all ready to throw down, while Crillon and Master Roshi, along with Yamcha and Tien, are handling their own business elsewhere. So this is a fight that's literally going to involve everybody other than Goku and Vegeta, at least for right now, because Goku's trying to find his way back to Earth, and Vegeta is trying to perfect this one technique that he feels is going to defeat Moro. However, speaking of Moro, there comes a point in time where Moro finally touches back down on the battlefield, and after he gets rid of 7-3, he welcomes to fight everybody. Moro, in fact, wants to battle against Android 17, Android 18, Piccolo, Jaco, Gohan. He's willing to fight against everyone, and he doesn't even care. And behind him, we see how Sagamba was there, and Sagamba was supposed to be Moro's second in command. So this is it. Moro and Sagamba are here, and they're ready to wage war, and the first person, assumingly, that looks to take up Moro's offer is going to be none other than Gohan. So what does this mean for Gohan? Is Chad Gohan going to have the upper hand by at least holding his own, or is Moro simply going to eviscerate him? Now here's a few extra things before we close this video off. Number one, Super Dragon Ball Heroes has scheduled a live stream on February 23rd where they're going to be showing off a special Super Dragon Ball Heroes mission that in some way, shape, or form is going to be directly tied into the upcoming Big Bang mission. So there is a little bit of information as to what is to be expected, as the summary goes as follows. Special, decisive battle, the Time Patrol versus the Dark Lord, and the synopsis reads as follows. The Dark Lord Mechikabura emits a sinister aura. Standing against him are Trunks and Xeno Vegito. As the battle between the Time Patrol and the forces of Dark Empire unfolds, Demon God Toa lurks near a tear in the fabric of space-time. In her hands, she holds a single child. A brand new battle begins. Don't miss the story of the Time Patrol who battle to protect space and time, releasing on February 23rd, 2020. Now, again, just as a reminder, the date is on the 23rd, just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. And as you guys can see on screen, we also have a brand new look for Goku and Vegeta in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Goku, of course, rocking the orange and black, and Vegeta rocking the Resurrection F gi, except this time, rather it being black, it's completely blue. So I want to get your thoughts as to if you guys dig the colors or not. If you guys don't, let me know why. If you guys do, then that's a good thing. And lastly, an update for Dragon Ball Superrikon Manga Chapter number 3, in which a lot of you guys have been asking for ever since the events of Manga Chapter number 2. And as you guys can see on screen, we're currently in production of the Dragon Ball Superrikon manga, to where Rikon is going to be encountering Super Saiyan God Goku, and the entirety of this battle is going to be a little different than what you may expect, because with Goku finally tapping back into Super Saiyan God following his initial transformation and using this against Beerus in Battle of Gods, we are only then going to see Super Saiyan God Goku in action against Super Saiyan 2 Rikon and Super Saiyan 3, and given the idea that so many people wanted to see additional transformations behind the character, I'm going to be giving Rikon multiple transformations until at a certain point in time you guys will get to see Super Saiyan God Goku versus Super Saiyan 4 Evolution Rikon. As of course the manga chapter begins to progress towards its conclusion, you guys are going to have the opportunity to see that, because so far what we're going to be doing for this specific manga is giving you guys something a little different than what you've seen prior with all of the talking and all of the lore building between Rikon and Goku. So just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, what you guys are looking at now is going to be a very action-packed chapter only solely focusing on the Rikon battle with Goku. But in the end, we don't have a release date for this right now currently because we have multiple chapters in the works, as well as the Moro versus Broly fan manga, which we are going to be putting out on the channel relatively soon, very soon, sooner than expected. So all of those chapters are currently being worked on right now, to in which if you guys want to be able to see all of these videos when they drop on the channel, then I do encourage you guys to smash that subscribe button and slap a like down below if you guys are excited, as well as giving me your thoughts on the recent leaks and information about the upcoming Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter involving Moro and our heroes Goku and Vegeta, which is very exciting because this entire manga had been building up ever since December of 2018, ever since the introduction of the Galactic Patrol prisoner arc. So about a year and some change, we have the conclusion having to near ever so closely, because with everything having to come to a head now, I find it most interesting in the fact that Moro is really going to be testing his limits against such characters like Gohan, 17, Piccolo, and then of course the main event involving Goku and Vegeta. So I want to get your overall thoughts on two things. Number one, how do you guys think our heroes are going to fare up against Moro? Do you guys think that perhaps they have somewhat of a chance in at least holding their own until Goku and Vegeta fully are able to battle Moro and getting him away from the fighters? Or do you guys simply believe that Moro is going to utterly eviscerate everybody? Because Moro has yet to display his full power against anybody yet, and being the fact that he's able to take Genki from individuals, being the fact that he could subconsciously attack you without you even knowing by draining everything from you, where do you think our heroes stand, and what are your overall expectations as to when you guys believe this arc is going to end? Is it going to end sometime in the summer? Is it going to end sometime during the fall, during the winter? I want to get your thoughts, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We are going to be covering the entirety of this manga chapter in English on the channel in just about a few days. So if of course you guys want to find out what happens in the entirety of this manga chapter, then be sure to tune back in for more. Thank you all so much for your time. Smash that subscribe button if you guys are new. Turn on all notifications. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace. And the quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!